My daddy uses Anchor to publish his podcast, and he loves it. Not only can he record, edit, and distribute on this platform, but he can make money at the same time, all for free. If you too would like to get started on your own podcast, go to the website anchor.fm or download the free Anchor app. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Let's go!
Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Podcast, the podcast that is dedicated to creating open dialogue and conversation regarding any and all difficult topics. I am your host, Marcus Callahan, and thank you for joining me. What a wild ride this election cycle has been. Joe Biden has been declared the new president-elect, and President Trump has yet to concede. In fact, he has launched several lawsuits on account of widespread voter fraud, which there is no concrete evidence for. Still, he and his supporters remain in a state of disbelief and refuse to accept the results of this election. I can't help but be reminded of the 2018 midterm election when Republicans and conservatives were calling Democrats crybabies for wanting votes to be verified. Yet, here we are, 2 years later, and the shoe's on the other foot. It's pretty comical, really. But let's put that to the side for now, because there is something that I want to talk to you guys about specifically with this election, and that is the divide that it has caused in our nation. I've seen families torn apart over it, friends have turned into enemies, and even marriages have collapsed over this. And, I get it. It wasn't just about politics this go around. Our entire country's moral compass was at stake. But now that the election is presumably over and Joe Biden has won, what happens now? Do friends, family, and lovers reconcile and find a way to move forward as Americans? Or do we stay divided? I've seen a lot of videos of Trump supporters taking their flags down or removing the Make America Great Again hats and saying that they will accept the results and move forward, supporting Joe Biden. And I've seen at just about every turn, Biden supporters turn the other way and dismiss these calls for unity, which I understand, because for the last 4 years, racism, xenophobia, homophobia, misogyny, nationalism, it was allowed to run rampant and unchecked. So it's easy to say, fuck peace, now that Trump will no longer be in office. But what does that really do for us? Here's a clip that I saw on TikTok from a Biden supporter addressing Trump supporters. Take a listen.
All right, so I'm seeing a lot of Trump supporters on TikTok taking down their Trump flags and saying, let's go back to normal, and why aren't any of the Republicans rioting the streets, like Democrats would have if Trump got another 4 years. First problem, the fact that you said, let's go back to normal, tells me that you knew exactly what you were doing. You felt emboldened and protected by the president to behave the way you did, and now that he's not getting another 4 years, you now know that you shouldn't have acted the way you did, but you did it anyway. Secondly, the reason why you're not protesting or rioting in the streets about Biden winning is because you never had to. Biden and his administration never presented any policies that were direct threat to your existence. Your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness was never on the chopping block, and you know it. You behaved the way you did because your president allowed you to. And now that the tone and the temperature of the country is changing, you know you have to change with it by default admitting that you were fucking trash. But from the bottom of my ball sack, fuck you.
I really do understand the frustration, but there is no moving forward without everyone involved. And I understand you may not want to let the wound heal right now, but eventually we'll have to. And the only way to do so is by having the hard conversations that need to be had. You know, there's a lyric from Lupe Fiasco that goes like this: I'm a part of the problem. My problem is I'm peaceful, and I believe in the people. And it's a statement that I find myself fully relating to these days. There is so much anger on both sides, and it often feels like going the peaceful route gets you the most backlash. But I do believe in the people, and I believe that there is a path to unity. And it begins with 1, understanding, and 2, communicating with each other. And I will continue to do my part in helping to bridge that gap. It's funny, you know, I really did not want to record this episode this week. With so much turmoil surrounding the election and its results, plus a surge in COVID and talks of another shutdown, it all just seemed so defeating. And then came Tuesday, when I got news that I was being laid off from my job. And it wasn't even COVID related, which made the news hurt that much more. But that's the drawback with contracted security. Contracts run out and aren't renewed, and sometimes contracts are breached and disqualified, as was the case with my job. It's even more gut-wrenching knowing that I did my job the way it was supposed to be done, day in and day out. And due to circumstances outside of my control, here I am, jobless. So, needless to say, I have not been in the best of moods lately, and definitely not in the right frame of mind to be speaking to you all. But my wife made a very good point. She said maybe me talking about what I'm currently going through can help someone listening. And isn't that the goal? To help people? It is. So I sat at my computer and I pressed record. And this is what I came up with. It's not the greatest episode, but it's honest. And it's a conversation that's worth having. So please, hit me up if you too are currently going through the motions of job loss, whether it be from COVID or other circumstances. Hit me up if you would love or like to discuss the way the nation can heal after it's been through what it's been through. I would love to have that conversation. Let's come together, guys, and let's support each other. In that same spirit, I would like to thank you all again so much for listening to my show and supporting me. It means so much to me, more than you could ever know. Before I end this week's episode, I just want to give a quick reminder that on December 1st, 2020, from 12 p.m. noon to 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be doing a live showing of my podcast for the first annual virtual podcasting convention known as Indie Pods United. I am so excited for this. I cannot wait. For more information and to purchase your $10 ticket, please go to indiepodsunited.com. All right, folks, that about does it for this week's episode of Third Eye Podcast. I know it wasn't too long, and hopefully next week I will be back in better spirits with a brand new topic for you guys. But in the meantime, I hope you all are staying positive. And to close this episode out, I have a song that I'd like to play for you guys. It is about unity and walking with each other. The song is called Walk With Me by Goldford. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. As always, be kind to one another, and please love each other. Have a wonderful week. Take care.
Walk with me, I'll walk with you. Down these troubled roads we've stumbled into. We're all in this thing together. We're gonna make it through. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Be there for me, I'll be there for you. when we're running out of hope, when we don't know what to do. Like a candle in the darkness, shining bright and true. Be there for me, I'll be there for you. Oh, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Alright. 'Cause you and me got better days coming. Yeah, everything is gonna be alright. Walk with me, I'll walk with you. I know the rain of today will bring tomorrow's bloom, where we can't see where we're going, what the world is coming to. You walk with me, I'll walk with you. It'll be alright. Walk with me. Alright. Ooh, I will walk with you. Alright. Anything. Oh, walk with me. It'll be alright. And I will walk with you. It's gonna be everything. It's gonna be alright. Everything. I will walk with. Gonna be alright. Ooh, gonna be alright. Everything. And I will walk with. Gonna be alright. I will walk with. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Walk with me. I will walk with you.